Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing fine, and I'm back today with you and with this plant which we'll be repotting today. Actually, I've got not one but two. These are of the same variety, rose, miniature rose, and judging by its condition, it's been neglected and it's all my fault. I bought these around 3 weeks ago, but then I had to leave for a week, and when I came back I completely forgot about them. So these are grafted miniature roses. I had one the same kind earlier potted in this pot, but it did not survive. And looking at the condition of the soil, it is very much visible why it did not survive. The soil it came in, I potted it as it is, and it was a very clayey soil. Let's hope these don't have that kind of soil. So let's begin. We'll first check the soil which was in the pot because I plan to use the same pot again. As you can see, this soil which is in the center came with the plant. At that moment I must have been in a hurry, so I did not see it or check it properly, and I just planted it as it is. It is coming out in a very clay consistency, like it has very high water retention. So I'm taking out just the clayey part, the rest should be fine. I am not taking all of it out. I won't be replacing it as well. I'll be using it as is, just not the clay part of it. So let's get, see, I'm just looking at it and I should have been more vigilant about it. Let's get rid of this one. I'll maybe use it in some other plant which actually appreciates watery soil. Let's see the plants now. Let's take it out of this grow bag. You have to be careful when you're getting it out as well, so you're not cutting the roots with it. Looking at it, it does not have that many roots. Same on this side, not many roots are visible, but again there are some roots at the bottom of it but not at the sides. But looking at the soil over here, it is of the same kind, very clayey. See how it's holding its shape. And looking at the plant, it's a grafted plant and some stems are coming from below the graft, and anything which grows below the graft we tend to prune it away because it is of a different kind, and we'll do that over here as well. It was a very thick soil, it was very difficult to see just a little bit of root structure it has. This plant has a very small root structure, but let's hope we plant it and we see some growth in a few weeks and hope for the best. Maybe when it blooms I will share it with you guys. It is not completely dead, it has defoliated completely. It had buds when I bought it, even some were blooming as well. I did not click any pictures at the time. It was quite difficult to get all the soil out of it, but some we'll take it as much as we can and not try to damage roots. See how carefully I'm trying to get the soil out of the roots. I'm not very happy with the root structure. Let's hope it bounces back and we get to enjoy some of its blooms. See, it's very stuck in there. So don't be very hard on the roots, because if you do damage them, it will affect the growth of the plant. It will take more time to develop the roots again, and you'll have to wait much more longer. But still I was not happy with the soil, so I'm trying to get it out as much. Now we'll be pruning off the shoots which are coming from below the graft, so it should be fine for the plant. We want the grafted part to grow, not the root plant. Now I'm trying to place it. I have a bag of vermicompost with me, I'll be adding it as a fertilizer in the soil. Let's mix it in properly and check if there's anything in the soil which should be out. See how airy it is, soft it is. There's no clumps in it, even though when I press it, it tends to hold its shape. Here I go with the vermicompost now. Nice 3-4 scoops I'm adding just to make up for the amount of soil that I am missing in the pot. As you guys might be aware, vermicompost is a very good fertilizer. It does not have any side effect of using if someone ends up using the excess of it. It is even known as black gold, in the gardeners community. I've seen people growing stuff directly into vermicompost. We won't be doing that. We'll be mixing it in the soil. Here I decided to take the soil out completely. I felt the soil was a bit compact at the base. So let's take that whole thing out and we'll mix it with hands properly. Moreover, I wanted to check the drainage hole, how that is, because I don't remember what I added at the base. See that piece of a broken pot that I put at the base? That was to not get to keep the soil inside the pot because it has got a huge drainage hole at the base. So this helps prevent soil getting out of the pot when we water it. So I'm putting it back over there and rubbing the soil, mixing in the vermicompost properly. Plus I'm checking if there's any rocks in it. It seemed very clear to me. I'm trying to mix it as much as so that just I can go through the soil, all of it. Now I'm putting it back in. I'll now try and place the plant and then surround it with the rest of the soil mix. Trying to adjust it and keep it as is. We'll dab it a few times so that the soil settles properly. There's no air pockets in it. Again, I'll leave a few, about an inch or an inch of a lip for the watering purpose. Tap it again, press it if you want to. Just make sure that there are no air pockets in the pot. So, and like this, our plant is almost ready and potted. See, it had blooms which dried out, and it's all on me. It's my fault. So here I have another pot. We'll put the other plant in this one. Let's see how the soil of this one is. I don't remember what plant I planted in this the last time. So let's try and take it all out. It's quite pressed, compact. I do see some roots in it. There's a bulb in it with some roots, and I don't even remember what plant it was. I've no idea. It's been sitting on my terrace for quite some time now, and somehow that bulb was really in a very good condition. It was not decaying from any place. Let's see if there's anything else in the pot. I do see some more roots over there, but that should be fine. But I'm not liking the overall quality of the soil as well. It has lots of lumps, with few pieces of clay soil in it as well, and there are some rocks in it, I feel. See, this is again a very clayey part. I don't know why I have this in the pot, and somehow a bulb was in there. I'm still trying to decide if I should be using this. Let's get rid of this. I don't like it very much. And just like that, it's gone. Let's get all the soil out of the pot and see if there's anything that we can keep from it. Let's get it out of the pot first. I'm not liking it as much. It is still very compact, Let's clean the pot out and start from like fresh soil. Or I'll get some other pot. I have a few empty pots sitting on my terrace, and we'll use soil from one of the other pots. See that drainage hole? It's a big drainage hole. That's why I put something to cover it up. And I've got another piece of a broken clay pot. I've got an empty pot from my terrace. Let's check how the soil in this one is. This is coming out very easily. It was sitting in rain, so it's been watered quite a few times now. It's rainy season over here, so the soil seems very soft to the hand now. So I'm adding in some more vermicompost. I don't use very many fertilizers. I mostly use vermicompost only. Let's mix in that vermicompost to the soil properly and check if there's any more rocks in it. If we do find some, I'll be taking them out. See, there was a small one over there. And here we have another one. I've got quite a very small sized rocks. I think the rest is fine. So let's keep it aside. And now we'll cut open that grow bag and take that clay soil out of it. This grow bag was very strong kind. My scissors were not able to cut it easily. Let's see on the other side. The clay soil from the other grow bag. Let's add to the pile. See, the same kind of soil, there are not many visible roots of the plant. I don't know how the nursery guys, they can grow plants in this kind of soil, but at home, whenever I get this kind of soil, my plants die in this one. I don't know what kind of magic they have. So it's coming in big chunks. There are again not very great root structure. Let's hope for this one also that it grows and bounces back. How compact it is. I'm trying to save roots, See, just like, the clay we play with, it's that kind. Its texture is like that of a Play-Doh. Let's try and get all of it out of the roots with soft hands. It's coming off, but it is giving a bit of a problem near the base of the plant. So let's cut the suckers, the stalks which are growing below the grafted portion. Let's cut them off. See, they've already made a cut earlier on also. Let's get the remaining soil out of the roots. Put the clay soil aside. We use the prepared vermicompost mixture. Put a little layer at the base. Then with the plant we'll place it in the middle of the pot. I'm cutting off a little dead branches out of it as well. Placing the plant in the center and then covering it with the soil. Dabbing the pot so that the soil settles properly. Press it with your fingers also, dab it or press it, whichever thing that you like. I think I've prepared not enough. I might be using the vermicompost to fill in the gap. Not much, but a little bit, I think. Let's mix it around a little bit. Shake it and dab it. And we're done with the planting of both the roses. Let's clear out the table and show you the final result. I won't be putting them in direct sun right now. I'll water them today and then put them under a green net, maybe not in direct sun, for a week or so, and I'll be watering it daily early in the morning. That's when I usually water all my plants. And that is it. We're done with the planting of the roses. I hope you like my videos, guys, and if you do, please do press the like button and subscribe to my channel. Here are both the plants potted in the same size pots. Thank you and bye bye.